What if you could make real progress in English just by listening every day for a few minutes? Hi, I'm Jessica. Welcome to the Achieve English podcast channel. This is episode 18, and today we're talking about a powerful skill that most learners struggle with, English listening. If you've ever felt lost when native speakers talk fast, if you've watched English movies with subtitles and still didn't get the meaning, if listening to English gives you anxiety or confusion, don't worry, you're not alone. And today, I'll share real, practical tips that can help you get better at listening in English a little bit every single day. Let's begin. You don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to start. That's the secret to getting better at English listening. A lot of learners wait until they feel ready to practice listening. But the truth is, listening is not something you prepare for. It's something you grow with, little by little, through daily contact with real English. So today, I want to show you how to build your daily English listening habit in a way that feels simple and enjoyable. Let's start with the first tip. Cumpliu? 1. Chọn real but understandable listening material. Một big mistake English learners make. They try to listen to things that are way too hard. They watch news reports or movies without subtitles and they understand maybe 10%. That's frustrating, and frustration leads to quitting. Instead, find listening material that is just right for your level. You should understand about 70–80% of it without a dictionary. That way, your brain can guess the rest from context. Here are some examples of what you can listen to. Podcasts made for English learners, like this one. Slow English YouTube channels. Audiobooks with simple vocabulary. Cartoons or kids shows in English. Your favorite English songs with lyrics. It's not about being perfect. It's about understanding enough to keep going. Cumpliu? Hi. Listen to the same thing multiple times. Yes, you heard me right. Listen to the same audio again and again. Why? Because the first time, you're just trying to catch the meaning. The second time, you notice more details, like how words are pronounced, how the speaker pauses, what tone they use. The third time, it starts to feel familiar. That's when real learning happens. Your brain loves repetition. When you repeat, you build memory and confidence. Here's a simple routine. First, listen with subtitles or transcript. Then, listen again without reading. Finally, shadow or repeat what you hear. It only takes 10–15 minutes a day, but over time, it builds strong listening skills. Cumpliu? 4. Use active listening, not just passive. Many learners hear English, but they don't really listen. What's the difference? Passive listening is like having English music in the background while you cook. You're not really focused. Your brain isn't paying attention. Active listening means you sit down, put on your headphones, and give your full attention to what you're hearing. You pause when you need to, you rewind, you take notes, you repeat difficult parts. Active listening equals real improvement. Try to do this even for just 10 minutes a day. Make it a small habit. It works. Cumpliu? 5. Try to understand in English. This is a big one. Many learners try to translate everything into their native language when they listen, but this makes listening slower and harder. Instead, understand the meaning in English. Your goal is to connect English sounds with English meaning. At first, this is hard, but your brain can do it if you give it time and practice. Here's a small trick. After listening to a sentence, ask yourself, what does it mean? Not, how do I say this in my language? With practice, you'll stop translating and start understanding faster. Cầm Liu Sao, slow down the audio speed if needed. Most platforms like YouTube, Spotify, or podcast apps let you change the speed of audio. If native English feels too fast, try slowing it down to 0.75x. You'll hear each word more clearly. And once you feel more confident, you can go back to normal speed or even faster. This is not cheating, it's smart practice. Use the tools you have. Make learning easier, not harder. Cầm Liu Bảy, shadow what you hear. Repeat out loud. This is one of the best techniques for listening and speaking. It's called shadowing. Here's how it works. 1. Play a short sentence in English. 2. Pause. 3. Repeat it out loud, trying to copy the speaker's voice and rhythm. That's it. Do this every day with just a few lines of audio. You'll improve pronunciation, listening speed, speaking confidence. Shadowing connects listening and speaking like two sides of the same coin. 7. Make it part of your daily life. Listening should not feel like homework. You don't need a desk or a classroom or a teacher. You just need your phone and headphones. Listen to English while walking, cooking, cleaning, or relaxing. You can listen on the bus, in the gym, before bed, during your lunch break. Turn boring moments into English moments. The more often you hear the language, the faster your brain learns. Even if you only listen for 5 to 10 minutes a day, it adds up. Headphone. 8. Celebrate small wins. Did you understand a full sentence without subtitles? Great! Did you recognize a new word from a podcast? Awesome! These are small victories, but they matter. Language learning takes time, and every small step is progress. Keep a journal of your listening journey. Write down new words you learned, podcasts or videos you liked, how you felt after listening. This builds motivation. It reminds you are improving. Even if you don't see it yet, the progress is happening day by day. Listening is a skill. It's not about being smart. It's about being consistent. Every time you listen with intention, you get a little better. So keep going. Your English will thank you. You've just learned 8 real tips to make your English listening stronger one day at a time. Simple, practical, doable. And here's the best part. You don't need 2 hours a day. You just need 10 to 15 minutes, but every day. That's how fluency is built. That's how confidence grows. That's how you achieve English. Now let's talk about the mindset, because how you think while learning matters just as much as what you do. Headphone. 9. Stop being afraid of not understanding everything. Here's a little truth I want you to remember. You don't need to understand 100% to learn. A lot of learners feel stuck because they think, if I don't understand every single word, I must be bad at English. That's not true. Even native speakers don't understand everything they hear, especially in noisy places or fast conversations. So if you hear a sentence and miss 1 or 2 words, that's okay. Focus on what you do understand. Get the main idea, not every tiny detail. With practice, your brain learns to fill in the gaps naturally. It's like solving a puzzle, and over time, the pieces connect faster. So be kind to yourself. You're learning, you're growing, and it's okay not to be perfect. Headphone. 10. Turn listening into a game. Learning doesn't always have to feel serious. In fact, when it feels fun, you learn better. Try turning listening into a game. For example, guess what will happen next in a story. Write down how many new words you hear. Try to copy a funny accent from a movie. Listen to a conversation and act out one of the roles. The more playful your practice is, the more your brain enjoys it. And when your brain enjoys something, it remembers it. So laugh, play, experiment. English isn't just a language. It's a tool to explore the world and have fun while doing it. 11. Listen with your eyes and ears. If you're a visual learner, this tip is gold. When you watch videos, use subtitles the smart way. Start by watching with subtitles in English. Then, watch the same video again without subtitles. Finally, watch it a third time and pause after each sentence to repeat what you heard. This helps you connect written words, spoken sounds, meaning, and pronunciation. You'll begin to notice how some words are said faster, how some sounds disappear, how real English is not like textbook English. And that's the key, learning how English really sounds in the real world. Headphones. 12. Don't wait for motivation, create a routine. Motivation is great, but it doesn't last every day. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you'll feel lazy. Some days you'll want to quit. That's normal. We're human. But guess what? You don't need to feel motivated to take action. You just need a simple routine. Here's an example of a daily 10-minute listening habit. Minute 1 to 3, pick a short video or podcast. Minute 4 to 6, listen with subtitles. Minute 7 to 9, listen again without reading. Minute 10, shadow 2 to 3 sentences out loud. That's it. Simple, repeatable, effective. Once it becomes a habit, you'll start doing it automatically, even when you don't feel like it. And that's how real progress happens. Headphones. 13. Use technology, but wisely. We live in a time where learning English is easier than ever. You don't need to fly to the UK or the US. You just need to use the right tools on your phone. Some great tools include YouTube, search English listening practice. Spotify or Apple Podcasts, free podcasts like this one. Language learning apps with listening tracks. Websites with listening exercises like ELO, BBC Learning English, Voice of America. But here's the warning. Don't get lost jumping from one app to another. Pick one or two and stick to them for a few weeks. Deep focus is better than shallow variety. Headphones. 14. Connect listening with real-life topics. If you listen to things that matter to you, you'll remember them longer. For example, do you love cooking? Listen to recipes or food vlogs. Are you into technology? Find English tech channels. Like travel? Watch travel diaries or airplane reviews. When the topic is fun, learning feels easy. You stay interested, you stay focused, and you build real-world vocabulary that you'll actually use. So don't just listen to English for learners. Also listen to English for living. That's what fluency is, using English for real life. Headphones. 15. Listen, then speak, even if no one is around. Here's something powerful. Listening plus speaking equals double progress. After you listen to something, don't just say, "Okay, I'm done." Try to speak about what you heard. You can summarize what you learned, talk about how it made you feel, repeat your favorite sentence, or pretend you're explaining it to a friend. Even if you're alone, speak out loud. Why? Because listening improves your input, but speaking helps your brain output the language. This connection builds fluency. So after this podcast, say something out loud, even one sentence. Make it a habit. Small actions equal big results. Headphones. 16. Track your listening progress. You may not notice your progress day by day, but over weeks and months, it adds up. So here's a great tip. Track your listening journey. Use a notebook, a phone note, or a simple calendar. Each day, write what you listened to, how long you listened, 1 to 2 new words or phrases, and a sentence you liked. In 30 days, you'll have a clear picture of your growth. This builds motivation. It shows you, wow, I've really improved. And it helps you stay consistent even when progress feels slow. 17. Find a listening buddy. Learning is more fun when you're not alone. Do you have a friend who's also learning English? Great! Make a deal with them. Each day, listen to the same video or podcast. Afterward, talk about it in English. Share one thing you liked or didn't understand. This gives you motivation. It gives you support. And it makes English feel like a shared adventure. If you don't have a buddy yet, don't worry. There are online communities in Facebook groups, forums, or even under YouTube videos where you can connect with other learners. You are not alone on this journey. Millions of people are walking the same path, one word, one sentence, one audio at a time. 18. Be patient. English listening is a marathon. Let me say this clearly. Fluent listening takes time. There is no magic button. There are no overnight results. But if you keep listening daily, if you stay curious, if you trust the process, your ears will get faster, your brain will get smarter, and your confidence will grow stronger. I promise. So, keep listening, keep learning, keep believing in yourself. Because every minute you spend listening to English is a minute closer to your goal. You are doing better than you think, and your English future is already in motion. Star, you've now got 18 real strategies that you can start using today. You don't need talent, you just need time and trust in yourself. Wow, you've come a long way today. Let's quickly review what we've learned. We talked about simple daily habits that can boost your English listening, like choosing the right material, repeating audio, active listening, and shadowing. We also explored important mindsets, stopping the fear of missing words, making learning fun, and creating routines. And finally, we discussed practical ideas, tracking progress, finding a buddy, and being patient on your journey. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice a little bit every day. That's how real progress happens. So, here's what I want you to do next. Like this video. Subscribe to Achieve English Podcast channel. Leave a comment below. Tell me your favorite tip. And most importantly, practice what you've just learned. Listening is a skill you build step by step. You've got this. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Jessica, and I'll see you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep growing, and achieve your English dreams.